Hey, General Electric CEO Jeffrey Immelt is heading President Obama's Council on Jobs and Competitiveness.
But two conservative groups say Immelt's appointment is a bow down to big business and signals a questionable partnership. FreedomWorks and the Free Enterprise Project teamed up to launch this ad.
So why is the best of who we are being led the way it is by GE CEO Jeffrey Immelt? Under Immelt's leadership, GE settled twice with the SEC. He lobbied Congress to pass the bloated stimulus plan from which GE benefited and had GE borrow $16 billion from the Federal Reserve. He's championed President Obama's cap-and-trade energy policy that would cause energy costs to skyrocket. He's sold GE technology to some of our worst enemies and allowed verbal attacks on patriotic Americans. American innovation doesn't need a handout, and in a world of too big to fail, we the people can't afford Jeffrey Immelt running GE.
Project 21 senior fellow and Fox News contributor Deneen Borelli is a member of both groups. Behind the ad, and she's here to explain why Immelt is a bad choice. You pretty much said it in that 30-second spot. So are you surprised that there hasn't been more blowback about his appointment?
There'll be more blowback to come, I'm sure. But the reason why the National Center for Public Policy Research and FreedomWorks put this commercial together is to educate Americans, especially Tea Party people, about the fact that Jeff Immelt is for big government, big business. And he is the last person. This is the worst choice President Obama could have possibly made for his council. It's wrong on so many levels, financially, morally, and ethically. Not too long ago, GE was selling infrastructure equipment to Iran. A lot of people don't realize that. They also sought a bailout because they were able to get billions of dollars from the Federal Reserve for a loan to prop up their company. So it's a horrible choice.
And it's so funny, Deneen, because when this choice happened at the end of last week, many people in the business community said, oh, this is a wonderful choice because it makes it look as if the president is reaching out to big business again, and maybe even the Chamber of Commerce, you know, and saying that this is a good choice.
This is all triangulation. You have to keep in mind that the Chamber of Commerce, they get a lot of money from GE in dues. So they're not going to be so headstrong on going against this pick. And the other thing to keep in mind is that GE, they're on the green bandwagon.
Right.
Obama's pushing for, you know, energy regulation and for cap and trade, for example. And so GE sells windmills. They sell solar panels.
Solar panels.
So this is, you know, this is what they're colluding.
So you say that they're, yeah. Okay.
Deneen, also, I think it's important to point out, as Charles Gasparino did today, and I just jarred my memory. Do you remember when evidently Jeffrey Immelt met with CNBC talent and producers and said, maybe we're being a little bit too critical of the President of the United States. We should probably rethink that after he got the bailout for his financial service arm?
I questioned him to that very point during one of their shareholder meetings last year. And I asked him, are you, squeezing your talent, paraphrasing, to not come out so hard against President Obama? No, not at all. I don't tell them what to do.
Of course, GE used to own NBC.
Absolutely.
Now Comcast does. One quick follow or to end it. You would want who in that position?
I could see John Huntsman, Sr. in that position. He is someone who has built his chemical company up from the ground, and it's a multi-billion-dollar company. But one thing I want to mention is for viewers to look at the ad, sign the petition urging Jeff Immelt to resign at bigbusinesswatch.org. We're going to take these names to the next shareholder meeting urging him to resign. If he doesn't, we'll go to the board members next.
Very interesting. Deneen Borelli, Senior Fellow, Project 21, and a Fox News contributor.
Thank you.
Thanks.